Hi, and welcome to another STEAM-Tastic Wednesday activity. I'm Noah, and today we're going to be making bottle cars. So what you're going to need is your bag of supplies that you get from the library, a pair of scissors, a utility knife, and any kind of tape. I'm using duct tape. It's not a huge deal, but the stronger the better. So let's get started. First, what you're going to need is your bottle and 2 of the straws that are in your bag. And we're going to take these straws and put them next to the cup and try and cut them to about the width of the cup. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just going to put it up to this edge and then see about that far. I'm just going to cut these off. It doesn't have to be too exact. These are just going to be holding our skewers later on. And you're going to take your tape and tape these on, and you want them to be parallel with each other. So on your cup here, or your bottle, you're going to take one and just tape it on. Right there. There we go. And then make sure you don't type it on too hard where the straw starts to bend. You want the straw to still be straight across. And then so we have the first one, and then we're going to tape the second one on the exact same way. And we just want them to be parallel on 2 different sides of the bottle. You want them to be pretty far spread out because you don't want there to be too much weight on one side of the bottle, and you want it to be supported fully. So we're going to try and spread this out a little bit more. Like this. Put that towards the back of the bottle. Just like that. And you see that they're parallel with each other, so they are going to have a good track, and then our car can roll nice and straight. Alright, there we go. Make sure that tape is nice and tight, but like I said, try not to make it so tight that it bends your straws, because you still want our straws to be really straight. Alright, next we're going to get out our 4 styrofoam balls, our 2 wooden dowels, and then we're going to keep our battle here. So once we put our straws onto the bottle, we're going to take 1 styrofoam ball and put a dowel right through the center of it, and only about halfway into it, just enough where it sticks in pretty nice. And you want to make sure when you turn it that it stays the same the whole time. So you don't want it to go in at a weird cattywampus angle where it's gonna give you a weird roll. So you want to try to move it around a little bit so you make sure it's kind of like a lollipop. It's right on there, nice and centered. Perfect. And then we're going to take it and stick it through one of our straws. And it might be a little bit tight, but you can get it through. And then put it through, and then we're going to put our other ball on the other side. And you want to do the same thing with trying to get it as centered as possible. So again, when you spin it, looks nice and straight. All right. And you want it to look and roll nice. All right. Then you're going to repeat that same process for the bottom wheels. Once you've finished with the bottom set of wheels, just make sure that your axles spin freely. Roll it along a table. Just spin the wheels. Make sure that they run nice and smooth. Just make sure that it runs in a nice straight path and everything's spinning correctly. And once it is, we're going to get out our last third straw, our balloon, and our rubber bands. And with our straw, we're going to take it out with the bendy part and take that short part and stick it into our balloon. And try and wrap the balloon around a little bit, just kind of keep it tight around that part of the straw. But that's what the rubber bands are for, is to make it even tighter. So we're just going to take it, and it's nice to kind of just crush down the balloon for a sec, and wrap the rubber band around the balloon a bunch of times to try and get rid of any sort of space, so then the straw can just blow up the balloon without any air getting out. Alright, so just gonna keep wrapping this around. Hi Maisie. Want to help? So next what you're gonna want to do is cut out a hole in the top of your bottle. And so it's just gonna be right at the top on the other side. Whoops, lost the ball. Right on the other side. I'm losing everything. I'll just take this out for now. And there is a hole right here that's just big enough for the straw to fit into. And then you're also going to want to take the cap off your bottle. And so this hole, you just got to cut with your utility knife. Make sure that you have a parent with you or an adult who can help you with this, because it can be very dangerous, and cutting plastic can be quite dangerous. So be sure to have a parent with you. Do not do this on your own. And so once you're done cutting that hole into the top of your bottle, you'll take your straw that has the balloon on it and blow it up just to make sure that it's working. There's no holes or anything in the bottle or balloon. Alright, and make sure there's no leaks besides just the hole at the end of the straw. And so you're going to take your bottle and you're going to stick the straw through the hole and out through the front of the straw, or the bottle. Sorry, excuse me. And then what you're going to do is just take some tape and secure the straw into the bottle. So you want the straw to face upwards out of the front. So I'm going to just take some tape and tape it up so it stays up in there. There we go. So do that. So then it is pointing, well, not upwards, but backwards. We just don't want it pointing down. We want it just pointing out that way. And then the straw, pretty secure up here, seems good enough to me. So finally what you're gonna do is blow up your balloon with your straw, and then set your car down on any smooth table or surface. And so blow up the straw, and then just set it down and let it go. And you'll have to pinch it down, keep the air in, and then let the car go. If you're having any issues with it going or rolling at all, make sure that your axles are nice and parallel. Make sure that they aren't on the wrong angle, so that, like you see this one, might have to bring it down this way so they're at the same angle, and there's nothing weird where the balls are going to be offset. You want to make sure all 4 balls are sitting on the ground at the same time, and also make sure that your rubber band isn't pinching the straw too hard, because that can just close off the straw totally, and it'll make the air pressure really, really light and won't be able to push the car at all. Another thing you can do is maybe put it in water and see what happens. Take the wheels off or leave them on and see what the difference is with that. It can be a really fun boat project as well. Now our challenge to you guys is to think about why this is working this way. Maybe about Newton's laws and physics and how the air pushing out that way makes the car go that way. Think about those kinds of concepts, as well as just how building it this way. Let's see if you could build it in a different way. If you could build it with different materials, or with 6 wheels instead of 4, or a bigger balloon, or a shorter straw, or a shorter bottle, or a bigger bottle. And try out all these different things and see what kind of differences you can make to make your car go faster, and to just make it a better car. Or take this car, make a different car, and race them and see which one goes faster, and try and figure out why. Thank you guys for watching, and have fun with it.